Hi, this is Sheldon here from the Currency Advisory Desk. Well, the US dollar index is at 79.38, which is up by 0.02 percentage points. Now, the dollar rupee pair snapped a 5-day gains yesterday as dollar sales by a power sector financing firm helped offset demand from oil and gold importers. However, we expect this demand to climb up as we have a few trading days left for the expiry of the December month contract. Right now, the markets are tracking every bit of news that comes out from the US on the budget negotiations. A positive development and we see the markets in green, and if there's anything negative, then the market get pushed back into the red. Well, traders can go long on the dollar rupee pair as we expect it to continue its upward trend till around 55 levels in the spot market. Looking at the euro, well, the euro has surged to a new 7-month high after S&P upgraded Greece 5 notches to B- from a selective default. Though this is an upgrade as such, but it has not translated or not trickled down much to the general public of Greece. The credit agency seems to be trying to send a signal that perhaps the worst for Greece is over. Even the other European countries, we look at Germany, we see that the German IFO index came in at 102.4 compared to expectations of 102 on the month, followed by the previous month's print of 101.4. Now, this indicates that German companies are more confident about their future. Now, the report follows firmly in the footsteps of the sharp rise in the ZEW economic sentiment for Germany. Now, this is certainly some added proof that the euro's largest economy is on the road to rebounding early next year following a weak Q4. We expect the euro dollar to continue its upward trend and do not see any short-term downward movement unless there's some major event that takes place in the next couple of days, which seems pretty unlikely. Now, in rupee terms, the euro looks to trade in a flattish pattern against the rupee. Looking at England, well, the Bank of England minutes for December meeting indicated that the MPC members voted unanimously to leave the bank rate at 0.5%. Now, David Miles, who is a member, however, was the only one out of 9 members who opposed keeping the asset purchase program at £375 billion. He preferred to boost the QE program by another £25 billion to a total of around £400 billion. Now, on the economic front, policymakers expected growth to remain flaggy in the near term, but inflation might exceed the 2% target that they have in the coming year. UK retail sales data will be released later today. A better than expected reading will reinforce policymakers' stance of no QE, sending the pound higher against the greenback. A negative print will provide much awaited correction in the pound-dollar pair. So traders are advised to wait and watch for this particular data, and then we can probably devise a strategy to trade on this. The dollar yen touched its highest level in more than 8 months on optimism that negotiators in Washington were getting closer to a solution to avoid the fiscal cliff. The yen also declined as the Bank of Japan is holding its first policy meeting since national elections that were there on December 16th. When the opposition leader, Mr. Abe, was elected on a platform that included calls for the central bank to take more aggressive steps to weaken the yen. As you know, that was the manifesto of the party, that they said they will go ahead and boost the markets by putting in injecting more liquidity into the markets. Policymakers will complete their 2-day meeting today. We, as per our analysis, expect some additional stimulus from the Bank of Japan to be declared. Probably they could come up with something in the range of between 10 to 15 trillion yen they would try to pump into the markets. Now, the yen will weaken further against the US dollar. We expect it to see trading at around 84.50 to 84.80 level against the dollar. In rupee terms, we expect the yen to move up against the Indian rupee to around 65.30 to 65.50 levels. So traders can go long in the yen rupee pair at around 65.90 in the spot. Let's wrap up with the technicals. Well, the dollar rupee pair has a very strong support at 54.50 and a resistance at around 55.05. The euro rupee has a very strong support at 72.20 and a resistance at around 72.80. The pound rupee has a very strong support at around 88.70 and a resistance at around 89.50, and the yen rupee pair has a very strong support at around 64.70 and a resistance at around 65.48. Well, that's it for today. Thank you.